How do you find decision making? Is it easy or hard for you? And how easy is it for you to know what to prioritize? And after making a decision, does it feel right? Or does it feel like it's not fully aligned with you? Today, I'm going to talk about how knowing your values makes decision making 10 times easier. Welcome to Realizations with Clarissa, where productivity meets well being. I'm Clarissa Dunan, and as a mother, wife, entrepreneur, and leader, I know how overwhelming it can be to build success while also staying healthy, fulfilled, and present for your loved ones. That's why I created this podcast to share my realizations and one core truth that well being is the foundation of success, happiness, strong relationships, and impact. Here we'll talk about mindset, habits, and simple shifts that bring more energy, calmness, and joy into your life and work. Enjoy the show. Let me tell you a story. Before I knew about my values, I struggled in making decisions in my business, in my relationships. I was constantly saying yes to so many people, so many requests, every opportunity. I felt compelled to say yes. Every activity, I would cramp into my schedule because I was a victim of FOMO, the fear of missing out. Like I have to say yes to everything, otherwise I'll be left behind, or otherwise I would offend people if I say no to them. So I was just saying yes to everything and lost sight of what's really important to me. And of course, that led to burnout, led to resentment because I felt like everyone and the whole world, they're imposing their goals, their plans, their priorities on me, and I was leaving myself behind. So can you relate to that? And I also struggled with creating boundaries in my relationships. I felt like I had to be friends with everyone who wanted to be close to me. And then I realized that, oh my goodness, some of my friendships didn't feel right anymore, but I felt compelled to stick to them. I felt obliged to still be friends with them. And it didn't feel right. So, how about you? Have you seen instances like that in your own life? Like you're going with the flow, and just going with whatever people want you to do, saying yes to what's offered to you without really reflecting on how is this important to me? How is this aligned with my purpose? How is this aligned with who I truly am? And after years of personal development, I'm very thankful that now my values are clear to me and life has never been the same. It's so much easier to make decisions, whether for my business, for my personal life, for my friendships. It's easier to prioritize. And it's easier for me to stick to the activities. For example, in my self-care or in my business or in my family life, it's easier for me to be consistent with the important activities that will lead me to my goals because I know exactly why they are important. I know exactly how they are aligned with my values. And it's also easier for me to clear my schedule, to prioritize as well, and to know what to delete because they're no longer aligned or they're not important, they're low impact. It's easier for me to delegate things. It's easier to know what to delay and to do less of. So, in short, it's easier for me to allocate my energy, my time, my attention when I'm led by my values. It's also much easier for me to set boundaries in who I spend time with, who I allow to influence me, my inner circle, and my boundaries around how I share my time, my energy, my resources, money. And all of these changes started from knowing my core values. And that's what I'm going to share with you today because values become our ally in making decisions and in creating boundaries and in creating a filter in our schedule, how we choose the activities that we let into our life. So that's how knowing my values helped me. And I'm going to share with you today how I was able to clarify my core values. So grab a pen and paper because I'm going to guide you through some activities to help you come up with your initial list of values because sometimes it changes through the years. It could change when your priorities change, when your circumstances change, or maybe you just figured out that, oh, all these years, there's this unconscious value that's been driving my decisions, my preferences, and finally you became aware of it. And then you update your values. But now, if you haven't done so yet, create your first list of values, or maybe you have your list of values, but you'd like to check or maybe refine it or update it. So I will share with you two options on how you can come up with your values. Option one is the easiest because you'd just be listing the values that feel good for you, the values that align with you. So you can just Google it, core values list, or you can go to James Clear's website. So he's the author of the Atomic Habits. There are so many other lists in there of common core values. And take a look at those lists and come up with what feels right for you. What's important to you? So values such as kindness, patience, growth, progress, health, it's up to you. You will know. So don't copy other people's values. And don't just write values that look good. Oh, if I have these values, it would make me look noble or excellent or that I'm a good person, I'm a nice person. No, because it doesn't work that way. Pick values that are already manifesting in your life, have already dictated how you made your decisions, your preferences, your boundaries. So, what are those values that have been in the background, right? Guiding you in how you live your life. So, what are those values? So, write as many values as you can. Take a look at the list. Okay, I have this value, I have this value. So once you've already listed a lot of values that you resonate with, reflect on those values and pick your top 5 to 8 values. Don't have so many values because otherwise it would cause confusion. It wouldn't be so easy to follow a very long list. But if you have your top 5 to 8, that's more focused. Those are your most important values anyway. So have that list of 5 to 8, and then you can also have your general list of core values. Like in my case, I have my top 8 values that I put there in front, and I have memorized this. I can tell you my values from the top of my head, and they are guiding my decisions. And then you can also create specific list of values. You can have a list for your family life. Maybe you can sit with your family, your significant other, or your children. Come up with a list of family values that you will uphold together. You can have a list of values for your friendships and for your contribution to the society, or how you make decisions when it comes to your role in the society. Or you can just have one generic list of values. So I have both. I have my core values and I have specific values for each important area of my life. And it's also helpful for me to have those specific lists. For example, when I was wondering why an old friendship felt like it wasn't right anymore. And for several days, I kept thinking about what happened. and why I didn't feel like I still wanted to be friends with that person, looking at my values helped me to clarify what happened, what was making me feel that way. And then I figured out, okay, it's time to close this chapter of my life. So that's option one. Option two is more expansive because you don't just look at a list of values that you choose from. Okay, I will guide you through some questions, and again, grab your pen and paper and come up with your answers. Use 1 to 2 words per answer and come up with a total of at least 30. I will give you 6 questions, and you can pause this episode so you can write down as many answers as you can. So in option 2, I will help you to find out what's really driving you, what's really important to you, that's unique to you, and already evidenced by what happened in your life. So this is usually stronger because this is already manifesting in your life and it's backed up by evidence. So are you ready? You have your pen and paper? Okay, here's the first question. What is important to you about your life, your work, your relationship? What's important to you? So list 1 to 2 words. And question number 2 is, think of a time in your work, in your relationships, in your life, when you felt totally motivated or happy. What were the feelings back then? List down a few words to describe your feelings. And number 3, think of a time at work, in your life, in your relationships, when you felt totally drained or unhappy. What was missing? List that down. Question number 4. If you had all your needs met in your work, in your life, in your relationships, what would a new opportunity, maybe a new business opportunity, a new job, or a new relationship, or a new kind of life, what would that new opportunity need to offer you to make it even more attractive than what you currently have? Okay, and question number 5. Just pause the episode to give you more time to list your answers. Question number 5. What would your current relationship or work or life need to offer you to make you want to stay rather than to pursue something new? It's like a counter offer. You got that? And question number 6 is the last question. If the universe said that you could have anything you want, what would it be? Write that down. Did you enjoy that? I enjoyed answering these 6 questions some years ago. So now that you have your list, hopefully you were able to list at least 30 answers. Okay, so what you will do next is to look at your list and check the ones that feel very important. And then the ones that you check, you pick your top 5 to 8 values. All right. So once you have your first 5 to 8 values, you put them in order. So which one is the most important? That's number 1. All right. So the order of your values is also very important. I would love to know the values that you came up with. You can pop it in the comment or you can email it to me. You go to my website, clardooncoaching.com. But we're not done yet because I'm going to give you some more tips so that you can make sure that your values really resonate with you, that they pull you rather than instill fear in you, that your values really feel good when you think about them. They inspire you, they motivate you, they drive you. Okay, so the first word of caution is to take a look at your values and you listen to your body. Because your body doesn't lie. Your feelings give you feedback, right? On how those values really align with you. So take a look at your values, each of them, and then find out, are there any values in there that feel like there's an inner conflict? They're triggering some sort of inner conflict within you. Because if something triggers inner conflict in you, it means that there's something that you need to resolve first. Because if you don't resolve that inner conflict, then you will not honor that value because something is holding you back that you might not know yet. And coaching can help you there. And another thing for you to be mindful of is to be aware of values that could possibly drain you or maybe take over your whole identity. And I have my own personal experience in this example. And also, I've seen other people as well that their values or something that they feel like it's important to them has become their identity. Example is what? I'm a giver. I help others. I serve people. Of course, those are excellent values. Those are very good to have. But when they dictate all your actions, all your decisions, and even your identity, it becomes unhealthy. Like, for example, if you see yourself the same as your values, okay, so it's like your values and your identity, they're one and the same. When you say, I'm a giver, then you feel compelled to keep giving, 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 giving. So it could lead to what? To lack of boundaries. When is it a good time not to give? Right? Maybe there are times when you need to set a boundary and not give so that you can teach the other person to what? To be independent, to be empowered, to take action, to learn how to support themselves. And take a look at your values as well. Is there any value in there that covers money? Okay? Because, for example, you're in business or you have a job, I bet that you spend at least 40 hours a week working so that you can earn a living. And I don't know what else you want to do with money. But in my case, I want to help more people. So money allows you to be more of who you are. So if you're already a giver, if you love helping people, money will allow you to do more of that. Okay? Or if you're not really into that, but you want, for example, to have financial freedom, financial independence, or whatever you want, how does money manifest in your values? Okay, it's just a food for thought. It's up to you whether or not you put money in your values, or maybe money is related to one of your values. But it's important for you to check, what are your beliefs about money? Maybe there are hidden beliefs that, oh, money is the root of all evil. It's bad to become wealthy. Okay, wealthy people are bad people, because I don't know if there are certain beliefs like that in your case, but reflect on that. And lastly, take a look at your list. Is there a value in there that covers some sort of self-care or health? Because it's very important for you to prioritize that, because you are the most important part of your success. You are the most important asset in your career, in your business. Because if you leave yourself behind, if you don't take care of your health or your well being, who's gonna uphold all those other values? Who's gonna do all the working towards your goals in your personal life and in your professional life? So those are just some food for thought in there. And all these things that I'm sharing with you today, I apply them in my own life. These are the things that actually work for me and for the people I'm helping as well. So, how do I use my values to guide me? Well, first, they're visible. I have my core values in there where I can easily see them. I have also memorized them. So, when you can easily see your values, you remember them more, especially if you've just started in this value driven decision making. And what you're frequently reminded of, you can do more often, you can use more often. So when you make decisions, consult your values. Okay, this area of my life that I want to make a decision on, does it align with my top one value? Oh, yes. How about the second, the third? You can just create a simple checklist or a check, a cross, a check, and then you find that, okay, 6 out of 8 values are met. Okay, how about these 2 values? And if it's an 8 out of 8, because I have 8 core values, then it's a sure yes. And I'm 100% sure that that decision feels good, feels aligned, feels authentic, feels true to who I am and to my purpose. So I'm very excited for you to maximize your values as well. I'm so excited for you to experience the benefits of knowing your values and letting those values really guide you in making your decisions. I'm excited for you to experience having a clearer mind and having more energy and saving more time because you know exactly where to put your attention, your focus, because they're based on what's important to you. And it's easier for you to set boundaries. It's easier for you to find out what to say no to, what to say yes to. And so your decisions give you more peace and you're more confident in your ability to make decisions. And it's because you now have an inner compass. That's your internal GPS. That's your set of values. So it's like having a real GPS in your car, right? So when you know your guide, when you have a guide, then you know that every turn you make leads you to the destination that you want. That's how values can help you. And so I'd like to leave you with some clear action items. So number one, have your list of 5 to 8 values. So you can just have your core values for now that can guide you in different areas of your life. And then set one action that you will do consistently that's aligned with your most important value. It's an expression of you upholding that most important value, right? And number 3, in your next decision, ask yourself, which choice honors my values? I'm so excited for you. So, if you want to be very clear with your values and go even deeper than what I've shared with you today, book your free coaching consultation and I'll help you with that. Or maybe you already have your list of values, but you'd like to clear some internal conflict. Or maybe you're wondering why it's so hard for you to uphold certain values. Maybe there's something holding you back that doesn't allow you to be consistent with expressing how you honor those values. Let's talk. So book your free consultation. Go to my website, clardoncoaching.com, and I'll find out what you want, what's holding you back, where you want to go, and how coaching can help you. Perhaps I'll see you then. If you enjoy the episode, share it with someone who might need it. And subscribe or leave a review. It will really help spread the message. Until next time, remember, your well-being comes first.